boxing news. And I am once again live on this Saturday evening for us, night for others. And let's counterpunch. Let me change this around for a second. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. That's better. And this stream I wanted to dedicate, of course, to the people that are trying to make fights happen in the sport of boxing. The fights that have already happened in the sport of boxing. Anthony Deep, first one on the chat. What's up, brother? KCP to you. Counterpunch to you. Bill Keaveney, always. What's up, champ? I gotta say it like Shannon Briggs. What's up, champ? What's up, champ? Stewart, what's good, buddy? What's good, buddy? Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Just getting a workout in at the park. You know, I ritually do this at times. You guys come in, hit that like button. Back to what I was saying about the sport of boxing. Listen, the fights that we saw, okay, I'm looking yet, and I don't think we will top this unless Turkey Al-Sheikh decides to do something at the end of the year, like a blowout premier fights. Because even the 5 versus 5 Matchroom versus Queensberry, I don't think it's enough. I don't think that will be topped, you know. I just don't think it'll be topped simply because you've had rather too many people fighting on the same card. And I think the significance was everybody that could have fought, that was fighting, that you pretty much wanted to see was on one card. And I think that was just a special thing. And I think a lot of crossover possibilities was made that day. Cisco Perez in the building, counterpunch to you. Alan Skill, peace and blessings on you. Kurt, live from Liverpool, counterpunch, brother. Absolutely. Mama Lou, 1196. Member Cisco Perez. Member Bill Keaveney. Members in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Listen. We got AJ. We possibly have whoever. I don't know who he's going to fight. But I want to clear up some stuff. I did some videos today, or this morning-ish. Ryan Watterson. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I'm glad to see you on live, bro. I'm glad to see you on. You guys hit that like button, if you will you? That Issa Dressman. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I'm glad to see you guys live. I'm glad to be live because I was like, look, I got to go live. It's like something I'm forgetting to do. And I don't think I've went live all this week. I know this week I've been really busy with videos, so I've been piling on videos, but it's nothing like going live and talking to you guys directly. Nothing like it, you know? But Eddie Hearn spoke today. Ryan Garcia is losing his mind. We have, who else is going on? Derek James is looking like, what did I get myself into? Errol Spence supposed to lift Derek James. Deontay Wilder is in talks with fighting Zhilei Zhang once again. Facto Walrus, what's up, brother? Big up to you from the UK. Counterpunch from the USA. Bars. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got a lot to talk about. Any questions? Pina Naricia. Good to hear from you, brother. Tony Lyons in the building. The man with the wrench. Yo, Kurt, just come on. Didn't get a notification, but hey, I'm here. We are so. Let's go. Hey, what you need to do more than likely, unsubscribe, then resubscribe, then hit the bell icon. I think that'll help, you know, because I think at times, you know, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but I hear that helps. Ricky Torre. Oh, Kurt, Francis Ngannou using the Deontay Wilder mix something wasn't right. Yeah, we got to talk about Francis too. The newly arrived Francis has chose to pick and choose the excuses of people that are not so proud anymore. See, one thing about Deontay Wilder would be more loved, more liked, more admired if he would have just stayed straight and kept his mouth shut. If he would have kept his fans or his fanatics in check throughout the times of COVID. Listen, I understand everybody went through COVID and everybody went through hard times. God believes I did. Okay. I had relatives that died. I had people, dropping dead all around me. Louisiana was a bad state, along with New York and other states and other countries. But, we went through the same thing together, everybody as a whole. There wasn't one person on this planet that wasn't affected from COVID-19 coronavirus. Even if you caught it or you didn't catch it and you know somebody that did, that's no longer here no more. We went through all that together. Okay, everything went media because that's the only way that we could communicate. Okay, the world stopped. I get it, but that's no reason to make up stuff. There's no reason just because you got your ass whooped in the midst of coronavirus or a pandemic that you needed to stay low, for one, and then allow people to talk your name, speak your business, talk about another individual, taint his legacy in the meantime, and keep doing it throughout the whole year. There was no reason for that. There was no reason. See, he fought Tyson Fury the best that he could. That was the best effort that he's done lately, especially him having his third loss. That third loss from Parker was piss poor. That's why I say Deontay Wilder made the best effort to make a win fighting Tyson Fury, which is still undefeated to this day. And one of the best, or one of the top heavyweights of this day. Okay? And had he not said those things during 2020 through 2022, or should I say 21, he would have been fine. Because, people respected him because everybody's seen this man tried. He tried, he almost died, but he tried. And people respect that. People respect that 100%. People don't respect the other stuff. Okay? Kurt, I had deja vu watching you debunk Ngannou excuses. Almost felt like when I first subscribed before LBC Wilder Glovegate. Alan Skill, somebody had to speak the truth, and then you really think about the people that were really pushing it, that the people that were really trying to shut me down, you hardly ever hear from them anymore. That's the crazy thing. We're still pushing. We're still growing. We're still going forward. Those guys, you may hear from them every blue moon, but that's what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket and hope and wish that what you're pushing is actually true. We don't have to say any names. We already know who they are. Counterpunch. Can we please get an impression of Roy Jones talking about Mike Tyson? Francis is the new Wilder. Okay. Roy Jones Jr. Impression. Francis Ngannou. First of all, let me say, shout out to Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou did what he needed to do. Understand that he ain't a boxer, you understand? He's not a boxer. He's not a guy that knows how to go in there and pull a counter and catch and shoot and do all the things, set traps that boxers know how to do. Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, golden Olympian, good pedigree, that been with everything from the Diddley Joe to damn if I know when it come to trainers. So he knew exactly what to do when he did and went in there with Ngannou, and Ngannou didn't know what to do. I said a ball, and I'm gonna mean a ball. I'm gonna say mini ball because y'all must have forgot. He can't be stopped. He can't be touched. And I just feel like, if anything, Joshua showed the boxing world what boxing is versus all the other stuff. All the other stuff kind of evolved around boxing, but boxing is going to be boxing, and boxing will stay boxing. And Anthony Joshua made a good account of that. That's all I'm going to say about AJ and Ngannou. Counterpunch to you. Balls. Physical in the house, baby. I don't think Wilder will fight Zhang. I thought he was waiting on the Ngannou fight. Well, we'll see. And people, understand this. Why do you think Eddie Hearn said what he said? I don't think Eddie Hearn says things without knowledge. You know what I mean? I know you have certain guys that are, certain promoters that wouldn't not care to see a fight because they have no control of it, or they're still in this Cold War style competition like deal. But I don't think he said that with, for just no reason. He said that because it made a lot of sense. You haven't seen Zili Zhang nor Deontay Wilder promote anything about fighting each other if it's supposed to be done. Where Michael Benson or Mike Coppinger gets their information is besides me, and they're deemed to be liable sources. That's why you've seen the breaking news from like Showbiz and myself and others that have seen or have claimed for it to be finalized, okay? But it's not finalized. But we will see pretty soon. If you start seeing these guys promote this fight, then there's a safe bet that it is, okay? Victor Linick, hey man, CP from Croatia, peace brother. Victor, counterpunch to you, my brother. Croatia in the building. Shout out to Philip Ergovic. Tell him I said hello, okay. Who do you think is the future of the heavyweight division? Well, the future means something to come. To come could be a lot of people for a while. Frank Sanchez is still young enough. You can't sleep on Moses Atoma. I still want to see him in much. I want to see him climb the ladder. You have guys like Daniel Dubois, which is still hella young. Okay, that's why you think guys like Joseph Parker is doing what he's doing right now. Joseph Parker's been around forever because Joseph Parker has been fighting for a long time. Okay, look how long ago he fought Andy Ruiz. He fought Andy Ruiz like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. He fought Andy Ruiz in like 2018 when he had, for the WBO vacant. He fought Andy Ruiz and beat Andy Ruiz on points. That was a long time ago. So if you look at, he's 31 years old now, and then you take 6 years and subtract that, you got 24 or 25, depending on when his birthday is. Okay, so yeah, I think, guys like Joseph Parker will still be there, unless, he burns out or whatever and gets knocked out badly or something like that, which, this is boxing. This is not a guy. Shout out to 7-Eleven. I got my big gulp drink right here, which I'm going to take a sip. Man, that's good. But he was like, well, what kind of games do you play? I say I don't play a game. Boxing is not a game. But James Milton, back to you. We still have Jared Anderson. See, Jared Anderson, he needs to stay out of trouble. He needs to be mentored more, I think. He needs to be around somebody that's going to keep him out of trouble. Maybe he needs a better trainer. You know what I mean? Maybe he needs, I don't know. I don't know what he needs. But he needs to stay out of jail. But I think he can be one of the players, the key players in the future of boxing. So yeah, I want to see him too. Everybody else though, in their mid-30s, they're going to be out in 4 or 5 years. We're going to be talking about a whole slew of heavyweights pretty soon. So yeah, that could be Frank Sanchez, Jared Anderson, Moses Atoma, to see how he grows if they don't push him too much. Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker still there. We need to see what Philip Ergovic's going to do. Arslanbek Markmadov, I don't know if he'll ever come back, but you have a lot of guys that you can choose on and pick from. Okay. Stewart, COVID was like a science fiction film. Lockdowns was like a nanny state. Yeah, it was crazy. COVID was ridiculously scary. It was weird. It was just weird. And what got weirder was when they pushed the vaccine and they wanted everybody to take that shit, like that was going to be the be all and end all. And the problem was you had guys like Oscar De La Hoya that took both. You know what I mean? He took both. And I think if I was older, I would have taken it the way that everybody else took it, this jump to it. But I'm like, no, I'm still healthy enough because I'm still young enough to pass the status quo. But you tell the wrong person that, they're going to stab you in the neck or they're going to distance themselves from you forever. That's how it seemed. It seemed like just like a torn world with vaccines. And this shit went out. Take it. We don't care if it kills a couple people. Take it. I mean, that's like a lottery ticket. That's like getting on a plane. Well, we don't know which one has a bad engine, but get on it anyway. No, bro. It like COVID was weird. The vaccines made it weirder, and and I hope we don't. I hope we don't have anything like that in our lifetimes for a very, very long time, and hopefully they'll know how to handle it. Cisco Perez, member and the man with the wrench. He says Wilder fan here, but can't defend him with all the silly shit he says. Well, Wilder just got his head pumped up by his management company. They did more of pumping his head up and delusion of grandeur more than they did giving him the right type of opponents to fight. I still will always say this. Luis Ortiz in 2018 was still a dangerous mother sucker. I just think Father Time beat Luis Ortiz, but Deontay Wilder knocked and stopped Luis. He knocked him. He's technically knocked him out the first fight. The second fight he knocked him out. So that's his best win, and that will always be his best win until he wins and he beats someone that either was a former champion or someone worth noticing. Okay, that's just that. CP did the Sentinelese experience COVID. I don't know what that means. Sentinelese. I don't know what that is. Uche. I don't know what that is. Tony Lyons. I'll do it after this live, brother. Lost all respect for Francis after this bollocks excuse he made. Well, he's just looking for excuses because he doesn't have a good reason. And him being knocked out, I don't think he can grasp. I don't think, that he understands what happened. But I'll tell you this, it's all better than gloves and corruption and someone trying to cheat you to win and you can't handle it, so they have to cheat you type stuff. Much respect to Wilder and Zhang. If they fight, most likely will be Parker versus Joshua too. Parker's earned that rematch. Well, everyone's fighting for supremacy. I think Parker's had some close fights. Parker's fought a little bit of everybody now. If he fights Tyson Fury, he's fought all the three, which I don't think he'll fight Fury. I think what Fury will do exactly what Vladimir Klitschko did with Vitali. They'll never fight each other, so I guess they'll just reign together with the belts. That's why I hope that doesn't happen. I kind of do and don't. See, I want Tyson Fury to fight Joshua. But the only reason that fight will be worth a damn if he fights Joshua, that's if Tyson Fury beats Alexander Usyk. That's the only way that will be worth a damn. Because you got Joshua beating two guys that gave Fury hell, and Tyson will solve the Joshua problem that Joshua couldn't handle, which is Alexander Usyk. So at that point, they need each other. But see, Tyson Fury, the way he's talking now, I don't think that's going to be a reality for him, because the reality to him is he doesn't want to fight Anthony Joshua because he doesn't want to find out how Anthony Joshua actually fights. Because I don't think he knows if he can beat Joshua. That Roy Jones Jr. impression is worth a like. Shout out to you, CP, always keeping it real. Love from London. Kriskster. Servant TV. Hey, CP, every fighter wants to fight AJ. Every fighter wants to beat AJ. Every fighter say AJ is avoiding them. Simple that they just want that big payday. Well, if I was a heavyweight, I would want Joshua too. I want Joshua now, and I'm not even fighting. I'm not even in the ranks. I'm not even cleared to fight. But I can tell you this. I would love to fight AJ for $5 million. Because that means I'm going to get about 3, maybe 2.5. You know what I mean? I would love to fight him for $5 million. 60 years ago, it doesn't seem that long ago. No, it doesn't. 2018 and it's 2024. I remember the landscape at that time. You know, you had White was real hot. White was kicking everybody's ass. He was fighting people. He was doing things that other people wasn't doing. You know, so White was popular. Luis Ortiz took his first L by now, right? Joshua has become a three belt heavyweight holder. And we were hearing back and forth negotiations about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. That's what we were really saying. What else was going on? Really nothing else, to be fair. 2018, you know, you really didn't have a lot. Lomachenko was hot at the time. Was Manny Pacquiao still fighting in? Hell yeah, you bet he was. Manny Pacquiao was still fighting in. I think he stopped Lucas Matisse. He didn't beat Keith Thurman until 2019. Or was it Timothy Bradley? You know, so things were happening still in 2018. AJ's coming. Run, Fury, run. Don't look back. Just run. One thing I got to disagree with is some people saying Parker's better than he ever has been because I don't see it. He don't have the speed he once did. He lands 3 or 4 combinations he used to throw. I do agree with you on that. I think Parker was about 230, and being 230, I think he was a lot quicker. Now I think he's bigger, but I think he carries his weight well. I want you guys to keep in mind, and without a blatant stereotype, but a lot of Polynesians and Micronesians that, you know, they come from that background, they have a bad diet. You know, they tend to party. They're laid back, indigenous, down-to-earth people that like to fucking eat, bro. They like to eat. I know, because my first daughter's mom is from Guam. Bro, they eat everything from the pork to the macaroni with mayonnaise to the kelaguen to the pies to the cakes to the pigs to the steak to the chicken to the spam to the candies. They eat, bro. Polynesians, Micronesians, Pacific Islanders, bro, they eat. And they don't mess around. They don't play. Look, I've seen people eat lasagna in the morning time. Wake up, big lasagna. They're eating. I'm like, what are you doing? No eggs, no oatmeal? No. Lasagna. Blop. 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 And you're like, Jesus Christ. Oh, forgot the macaroni. Blop. 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 And you're sitting there like, whoa, my God, what's going on? They eat, man. Pulverized. Jared needs better opposition to see where he is in place. Well, he does, because that Charles Martin fight was very, very interesting. Arism. Love Kurt. Hope you're good, bro. Everything's great, brother. I'm good. Uzachiqua. I feel that AJ still needs to work more on his cardio and movement before facing Usyk for the 3rd time, and also throw more punches from the first to last round to beat him. Now, I'll say this about Usyk. Usyk beat Tyson Fury. If he beats, I think he will beat Tyson Fury. But AJ's on the rise, and I feel that Usyk fighting AJ for a 3rd time, you know, I think that you're going to see a dip. Trust me, this is my belief. When Usyk beats Tyson Fury is the guy that should have won, that kept the buzz of the people, the interest of the people that's paying for the fights. I'm sorry, that's how I look at it. I think that if Tyson Fury loses to Usyk, heavyweight boxing will go down because we've already seen the outcome of Joshua versus Usyk. Now, if Tyson Fury beats Usyk, will it be bad for boxing? Kind of. But understand this. It's almost like Tyson Fury beating Usyk. That's like the bad guy winning in boxing. But it keeps the series going. Because it's almost like, dude, Tyson Fury ain't got beat yet. It's almost like all those Floyd Mayweather fights, and a lot of people watched a Mayweather fight for him to possibly be beat. They didn't care who it was because most of the fighters were handpicked anyway. They just wanted somebody that had the possibility of beating Floyd. That's why everybody wanted Floyd or Manny to fight Floyd, because they felt Manny was fast enough, quick enough, strong enough to do exactly that. Because Mayweather was the bad guy. Mayweather was that marketed Ric Flair type dude, $1 Million Man type dude. He was the antagonist. Antagonists, people love to hate. People are now loving to hate Tyson Fury. So if Tyson Fury beats Usyk, Tyson Fury, it'll almost be like, damn. But guess what? That's more opportunity for somebody that we do like AJ, to beat Tyson Fury. So if AJ beat Tyson Fury versus Usyk beating Tyson Fury, what do you think, and who do you think they will praise more? Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk? Think about it. Think about what I said. For real. Think about what I said. Will people love the idea of Joshua beating Tyson Fury or Usyk beating Tyson Fury? Can you guys say J or A? Or O, rather. J or O? J or O? Who do you think will be? AJ, Tony Lyons. Who do you think that they will praise more if someone beats Tyson Fury? Usyk or Anthony Joshua? Tony Lyons, AJ. OPEC 1, AJ. J. Okay, Mama Lou. J. Come on, I want to see you guys' input. Do you think the public, the people, Saudi Arabia, Turkey al-Sheikh, Americas, all these people, do you think they would praise Alexander Usyk more or AJ more? O says Bill Keaveney. Okay, we got an O. Alexander. If Fury somehow flukes a win over Usyk, he'll fight a 40-year-old bum next, then rematch Ngannou and retire. I don't know. The idea of Tyson Fury losing, I don't know if he's actually fathomed that yet. Should be O, but it will be A. J, AJ without a doubt, says King Maverick. Tyson is looking sharp. To be honest, I believe he will knock Usyk and AJ out, no problems. Paul Sunley. Robert Badea. Fury will get stopped by body shots. AJ, people never give AJ any credit. They'll give him credit if Tyson, and here's the thing. I'd say at this point, the only way possible to see a Tyson Fury versus AJ fight is this Tyson Fury has to lose. Because I don't think he will. I think Tyson Fury's content with the idea of knowing that he's the best without fighting the rest. I've always said that. See, he can always think he's better than Joe Joyce and never fought Joe Joyce. He'll say, well, Joe Joyce got beat by Joseph Parker. You never fought Parker either. Well, Joe Joyce got beat by Zhilei Zhang. You never fought Zhilei Zhang either. Although I will say this, based on what I saw, what Parker was able to do, I think Tyson Fury could dance and box. Fury loses to Usyk and quits. That could happen. See, we don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what he'll do. Can AJ knock out Usyk? Well, He hasn't done it in 24 fights. However, he does have someone that is interested in training him that's never trained him before to take on Alexander Usyk, the cat, and his name is Ben Davison. I've never seen Fury train so hard. He must be bricking it. He knows that this guy is the real deal. He's saying mixed things about him, and anytime you say mixed things about any fighter, there's some type of concern there. You can't say I have no interest in fighting him. You can't say I'll stop him in 7 rounds. You can't say he's just a middleweight and then turn around and call this man an absolute killer and an absolute beast. Come on, bro. I mean, you can't say all those things. One of those things have to be true and one of them has to be untrue. Or maybe you just don't know if you're saying different shit. So if Tyson Fury's saying different things about Alexander Usyk day by day, that means he has mixed feelings about Alexander Usyk, and he really doesn't know if he is what he says he is or what he says he's not. He doesn't know. He's just undecided. He's unsure until he gets in there. But one thing he's doing, he is training like the Dickens. That fat around that belly button, that shit's getting smaller and smaller. It's there still. That magic fat love handle back that Tyson Fury has, it's still there. But that man from here to that stomach area, it's getting mighty flat. It's getting flat, people. Tyson Fury is training, and he knows. He's training for stamina. He's training for movement. He's training for a lot of things. Conditioning, technique. That's one thing you have to take. He's going to have to throw that right hand and keep it, follow up with that left hook, go straight back to that right hand body to Alexander Usyk to keep him back. Keep him moving and bobbing if he can. If he can. And I think the idea of the windshield wiping Usyk that's able to get in, and still dodge punches, land shots, get out, slip, move, repeat the process. I think that's bothering Tyson Fury mentally because he's thinking, will he be able to go and get past my jab or get past my shots that I'm trying to counter him with? The right uppercut. That was a good punch against Otto Weiland when another southpaw that gave him trouble. Okay? Because I seen Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fought Otto Weiland. He put combinations together really well. However, I think the eye bothered him some. Now, the question you ask yourself, if the eye wasn't shattered or busted, would he have had such a hard fight with Otto Weiland? We'll never know because he never rematched Otto Weiland. But I'll tell you this. Otto Weiland's punch placement was poor. It was poor. It wasn't what you thought it was. Okay? Those shots, like Alexander Usyk, imagine Usyk going to Fury's body, coming back with a right hook, going back to the body with a straight right, and Tyson Fury balls up and leans over. Do you know how many times Usyk will hit Tyson Fury when he's in that position? Pip, 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 pip. Right? When he'll hit him enough for him to target, because the hard punch ain't the shots like this. These are just scoring punches. Look, Usyk is a difficult fighter because what Usyk will do, if Tyson Fury starts leaning, Usyk will bop, 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 bop. And then when Tyson comes up, because he's going to get tired of getting hit, then that comes that hard punch with something on it. Pow! That signifies, that gets people looking up, standing up, clapping, and all that stuff. Okay, that's going to win him rounds. So you understand, Usyk's fighting off points. He ain't fighting to knock you out. You know what I mean? Even though I think he was really pissed at Daniel Dubois. He was pissed at Daniel Dubois. He was ready to jack Daniel Dubois up. Daniel Dubois wouldn't have quit. I think Daniel Dubois knew the punches that he was getting hit with, he didn't like. Were they knockout punches? No. But they were hard enough to show that Daniel Dubois did not want to take them. Daniel Dubois quit because he didn't want to get hit the way he was going to get hit had he continued. He saved himself a good ass whooping. That's what he did. I believe that I will do whatever they can to give Fury the nod, even if Usyk is way up on points. Usyk will be fighting Fury and the officials. I think so too. I don't want that mindset because people could say that about AJ as well. We have James Bash always coming in with that Cash. He says, peace, Kurt. Fury mocked AJ for staying in shape, and now he's in the best shape of his life. You can't take anything the man says seriously. Well, I think he knows the whole gist of it, James. I think he knows the importance of staying in shape and being in shape, and he's now using the same thing that he used to mock for himself. You know, yeah, it's a hypocritical game. It is what it is. Usyk's the man, says Victor Linick. Fury versus Usyk, he's not sure. Fury training with dad. Well, I think John, I think he's doing that for he's doing that for his dad. You know, his dad been wanting to train him since he was a kid, and he ain't been able to. You know, so I think some things are done out of respect, and I think Tyson Fury's doing that. You know, like, hey, let me go in with my dad a couple and let him use the mitts, let him train me, let him feel the experience, what it's like to prepare me for something. That's what I think Tyson's doing in that, and I can't knock Tyson for that. That's his father, man. That's what he's supposed to do. Hopefully, if Fury does leave without taking these fights, a lot of videos get made daily so he knows people out there knowing the truth. Well, yeah. He's only saying Usyk is a beast now because he knows he's right. He's in for a fight. Well, I don't think that matters to Usyk because Usyk's going to do exactly what he's going to do anyway. Usyk has a machine-like mentality. How do you see AJ becoming a 3-time champion? What's the most realistic way for him to get there? Nathan Alvidrez. If the IBF becomes vacant, he'll get there that way by beating Ergovic. He will beat Ergovic for that belt. Either way, it's see AJ. We're getting treated anyway, but it's a tough road for AJ. AJ knows, okay, if Usyk beats Tyson Fury twice, he will be a bad man, but he will be a respected man. But I think here's the funny thing about Usyk. He will be an older man. He will be older. You know, he has all this year, and by the time a fight like that gets orchestrated, that's if Anthony Joshua is able to win and keep winning, and he fights Usyk for the 3rd time, that's the best opportunity that he has to beat Alexander Usyk. But I think Usyk won't be as admired because he would then be looked at as a guy that people want to see lose at that point because he's already done what he's supposed to do. Let me tell you guys a story about boxing with me. I didn't like Oscar De La Hoya until he got beat, until he lost the decision. And when he lost the decision, he lost it to Felix Trinidad September 18th, 1999, the fight of the millennium. Or was it the 19th? I think it was the 18th. And he lost a decision by Don King's fighter, Felix Tito Trinidad. And I felt bad for him because it's like, well, damn, he really didn't lose that fight. He outboxed Felix Trinidad, and he avoided exchanges, which I think, you know, you couldn't do that back then. You know, Floyd Mayweather made a legacy, a bad reputation of just fighting without engaging, using the ring, boxing, moving, slipping, ducking, and doing more boxing and repeating the process round after round. People didn't want to see that shit in 1999. They wanted to see somebody get knocked down, knocked out, dropped, or stopped. That's what they wanted to see in 1999. On top of Don King, Only in America, baby, had a lot of power when it came to boxing. Okay? And the funny thing about Trinidad was a guy that went on to 154 and beat the best out there. He beat David Reed. He beat Fernando Vargas. Both of those guys were undefeated, and both of those guys were Olympians. They were on the same team. I think it was 96 when they went. The 1996 team. There's a lot of people there. He beat Pernell Whitaker and retired him pretty much, right? Fury went to balls to wall trying to knock out Weiland. He was scared the ref was going to stop it, and rightfully so. Yeah. I mean, you got to give Tyson Fury credit for fighting that long with the eye in that condition getting worse and worse. See, the good thing was they didn't stop it, but the noble thing and the surprising thing that Tyson Fury was still able to hold his ground and still land shots and still win the fight with his eye being in that condition. Meanwhile, Otto Wallin was smearing he was smearing that cut. The closer the fight gets, the more respect Fury will give Usyk. That shit about small middleweight and I'll punch a hole through him will not get said again. It might. We'll just see if he can do it. How do you feel? How do you see Usyk Fury playing out if it goes ahead? That fight's going to start a chess match. And I think what's going to happen, somebody's going to have to open up with something that's going to let the other fighter know that they need to respond. And that's when the fight is going to actually take off. So it's either, you know, a double left hand from Usyk when he gets past the guard of Tyson Fury. Okay? Because, see, one thing about Usyk's good at adjusting shots. I learned that when he fought Tony Bellew. When he fought Tony Bellew, he was throwing, that left was off. But he found out, like, hey, Tony Bellew is leaning to his right side when slipping my shots. So I'm going to time my left and adjust it just enough to catch him before he leans over. And it was a brilliant adjustment. See, Usyk knows how to do that. And see, Usyk's tough enough to do a lot of things. And the last thing that Tyson Fury should ever do is to assume that he hits Usyk to the body and thinks Usyk's going to go down like a scared pussy bitch. That's what he's hoping for. That's the same thing that affected Jarrell Miller with Daniel Dubois, and the same thing Deontay Wilder thought about Joseph Parker. That, hey, I have the punching power. He's been knocked out already. I punch harder than anybody anyway, so I'm going to automatically get the knockout. That's what he was thinking. Jarrell Miller, I'm thinking Daniel Dubois is a quitter. He's quit 2.5 times anyway. So guess what? I can take his shot. I know he's not a huge puncher, so I'm going to wear him down by beating the shit out of him until he quits just like he did before. Those are the things that people expected the worst out of their opponents. Tyson Fury's no exception. That Alexander Usyk getting hit to the body with body shots is going to drop him and stop him. That he has another thing coming. But it will be fun to see him go to the body and get countered upstairs. Because that going to the body shit, pip, 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 pip. Ooh. You see what I mean? Because that's going to be pretty much what he's going to look for, you know, or he has to watch out for, targeting the body like that, expecting Usyk to be this soft, Keith Thurman-bellied cat. CPC 2. Just Wilder and maybe Zhang with he offered Wilder, didn't want it. Hey, Kurt, good to catch you live. Been a while not getting notifications. Chris, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe and hit the bell. Derek Chisora had a really good fight against Usyk. He took him the distance and never really looked too troubled by Usyk. Let not forget, and the rest have not really gone to war with Usyk. Paul Sundley. Let's break down that fight for a minute. Derek Chisora taking on Alexander Usyk. Christmas of 2020. Okay. Derek Chisora had a good game plan. Attack. Fair enough. Was he ever bothered? No, I mean, he was bothered at times. I think the pace of Usyk was starting to wear off when Usyk started putting together combinations and fighting in between those rare hooks and those huge hooks and those looping hooks by Derek Chisora. He found out, okay, I can score within these punches that he's throwing. He may catch a couple, but that's just collateral damage, isn't it? So he's gonna have to take those shots, and he did. But Usyk at one point stung Derek Chisora and wobbled him. Tyson Fury was able to stun Derek Chisora and wobble him a few times. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this simply because Alexander Usyk was supposed to have had COVID, or he didn't show people his full ability at that time. See, Usyk fighting Joshua was totally different from the guy with the little chili bowl haircut. Usyk had more gears against Dubois. Well, I think he stayed at 4 if he had 7. That's what I think. And I think when he fought Joshua, he used all 6 to 7. He definitely got out of 4th gear into 5th and 6th. I know that. Because the way he was hitting Joshua, the movement, the precision, the accuracy of the shots that he was throwing, and then see what he would do. Usyk relies more on his footwork than his punch placement. See, one thing about Usyk, if he throws a shot and he misses, he's fine, because he's going to come back with the shot, but he's in position to avoid punches. He's on the defense at that point. So it doesn't matter if he misses with a left, he's still able to slip that right hand that's coming. Okay? That's coming in return. Fury hit while kitchen sink. He couldn't put a dent in Wileen. Well, AJ could. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see Wileen versus Alexander Usyk. Why not? Everybody say, oh, we don't want to see that. Well, I want to see all these fights. That's why the caption is AJ versus everyone, not just the fights that we think he's going to have. I want to see him fight Zhilei Zhang. I want to see him fight Deontay Wilder. I want to see him fight Jarrell Miller. I want to see him fight Jared Anderson. I want to see him fight Michael Hunter. I want to see Michael Hunter fight these guys before he gets too damn old, because I think he's in his 30s now too. Does Zhang forfeit his rematch with Parker for the WBO interim if he fights Hrgovic? I mean, in a fair world, it should. You know, he should, but I don't know if he will. Because like Eddie said, he's not for certain that that's going to be the fight. Usyk on points. Aki Negus. Bilkivani, do you think Fury and Usyk happens? I think it does. I mean, if it doesn't, look, let me tell you guys something. If Tyson Fury doesn't fight Usyk, I'm going to give you guys the breaking news, then I won't talk about Tyson Fury for a long time. Because it will be a waste of time, because he's tricked us into thinking that he's going to do something that obviously he deep down inside don't really want to do. So if the fight doesn't happen, yeah, that $10 million should automatically go to Team Usyk, and they can do what they want with that $10 million of Tyson's money. So if Tyson ever decided to go back to, this is how it should be. If Tyson decides not to fight Alexander Usyk over whatever the hell the problem is, that means they should, and if it's ever in Saudi Arabia, they should take $10 million. They should, first of all, give that to Alexander Usyk. But the $10 million that he's missing should be deducted the next time he steps foot or claims to want to fight in Saudi Arabia, and see what happens when they deduct $10 million from his ass because they upheld their part of the agreement, because you didn't fight the guy that we were going to pay you millions for, and we had to cancel tickets and all this and flights and all this shit and hotel reservations because you couldn't do your job or you decided to do something else. Fury will eat some contaminated boar meat. Do you think that Fury-Usyk rematch is pointless if it goes vacant? and isn't for undisputed. Well, no, because somebody still has to fight for the belts, and there's still 3 belts on the line. So let's say the IBF does something common, like say, hey, you know what? We're not going to wait for the rest of the people. We're stripping them. Give that opportunity to Philip Hergovich. Fight Anthony Joshua or Daniel Dubois or someone like that. Fight them, because this doesn't look like it's going to happen. Okay, that shouldn't stop that from happening. Will it take away the undefeated title? Yes. Will it take away the theme? Yes, pretty much. But that fight will still go on, I feel. It should go on, because whoever wins out of that could still fight for undisputed on down the line. I think it becomes a lot more difficult, but I think you have to have patience to bypass the difficulty. Zhang versus Dubois. No, I think Zhang will stop Dubois. Dubois don't move enough. Now, he moved enough for Jarrell Miller, but Jarrell Miller's like a big-ass refrigerator coming at you. Okay, move that way. Okay, move that way. Now, at the same time, punching. You know? Usyk was acclimating to the extra weight. He could have finished Chisora a lot sooner if he wanted. Well, I don't think Usyk fights for knockouts. I think he fights for accuracy and punch placement and landing and scoring points. He's been doing it too long. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. AJ lost because he tried to outbox a boxer. Yeah. What happened the second time? What happened the second time? Otto versus Dylan. That'd be a good fight. That fight should have happened anyway. You know, I gave Dylan a lot of stick after that. Marlon Thornell. What's good, Kurt? Counterpunch to you, brother. Are you covering the Sapita fight? I don't think so. I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna cover it. I'm not gonna cover it. I mean, the fight just doesn't interest me. It doesn't. Kurt, do you agree AJ needs to step up now to see what level he's at, considering his last 4 opponents haven't been all that? Well, Marcus, 1, 2, 3. I don't think anybody knows if they're all that or not. So just asking AJ to step his game up. Well, who is AJ fighting? AJ's fought the best people that Tyson Fury ever beat. So I don't think he needs to step anything up. Really, I mean, who's there? See, here's the thing. Heavyweight division is so uncharted to the point that all of the people that you think will win more than likely won't, because our perceptions of where we think people are based on who they feel they should fight. And that ain't right. Bars. Just because Tyson Fury talks down to a fighter doesn't mean it puts him in this category that he should never be fought or never challenge that guy. Canelo did the same thing with Demetrius Andrade. You know, I'm just trying to see when we're going to get it on. Oh, there you go. Payday. You're horrible fighter. You're horrible. Okay, if he's that horrible, fight him. I'm not giving you payday. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, man. Please. Please. Miller versus Zhang. Oh, God. Miller versus Zhang is a target practice, bro. I see Zhang knocking out Miller. I see Zhang knocking out Miller. I don't think Miller can take those shots like that, especially him being that damn stable. No. That damn stationary. Kurt, do you think Wilder can regain a title? He's 1 punch away from it. You know? Yeah, I mean, like, but look what he did. He put Demetrius Andrade in a pool of a person by shaming him that he'll never fight. See, that Tyson Fury did that same shit. What's up, Scance Rants, the man with a wrench in the building? Everything's good, brother. Joe versus Wilder. Wilder sent into retirement. No, not if he's in negotiation to fighting Zhang, he ain't. So, it is what it is, man. But AJ, yeah, I think AJ doesn't need to fight higher opposition, because what is higher opposition? We've seen, everybody thought Wilder was one of the number 3 or 4 best heavyweights until he fought Parker. Now people don't think that at all now, do they? So we don't know. I lost a lot of respect for Wilder. Listen. Wilder needs redemption. Wilder needs to fight a fighter that knows and that's in the know, that people can respect. Same thing with Zhang. He retires Beyonce Wilder. If he catches Wilder and Wilder's doing that Malik Scott shit. Kurt, keep counterpunching, bro. Best out there. Appreciate you. CBC. 2 bigs. Just watch a video on Zoo versus Crawford. Nice one, Kurt. I will say, Tim said he would knock out Bud in first time, has to be mindful of getting past the Tower Inferno Sebastian. Sebastian's a bean. I like Sebastian. I think he's a humble kid. I think he's way too damn tall to be in that weight class. But then again, he got knocked out by a guy in that weight class. That guy knocked his ass out. Eric Lubin, to be fair, dropped him. It's just Eric Lubin, by the time he dropped him, he had already accumulated so many punches. Fonfora can sit there. It's almost like fighting someone like this. Bap, 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 bap. He's a giant, bro. He's a giant. He's just a giant. Are you Mike Tyson, brother? The one who got wounded in a car accident? No. Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren both keep dismissing the Zhang Wilder fights. Thoughts? Because it ain't happening yet. People jump the gun. That's what they do in boxing a lot. It happens. Stewart, check the fight again, and you can clearly see it was 9-3, and the English judge made a split decision. I think Wilder should go and apologize to his old trainer and hope he will take him back. That won't happen. Oh, no. That Mark Breland? Nah. Mark Breland and Deontay Wilder are finished for life. I don't think that'll ever happen again. What people don't understand is even if Wilder moves like he does, he's going to have more stamina than Zhang. And the reality is Parker was trying to knock him out and couldn't. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think Parker was trying to, load some shots that he hit Zhang with. And that damn fat-ass Mark right there absorbed all the punches. Matthew Branch, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. But no, I think that AJ has a good chance against all of them, and all of them have a good chance against him. AJ versus Parker. Well, I think it's narrowing on down anyway, though. I think Wilder should come back. I mean, that would make no sense for him not to come back, and he's training the way he is. What are you training for? Go home. Bandura looked like a giraffe. Point. If not, he'll lose. If not, will another loss ruin his legacy? No, but the more people lose on that side of the more people lose, the less credibility they have. they could get fights, but see, some people want to stay in certain venues because certain venues, like say the Zone or Golden Boy with the Zone and Matchroom with the Zone and ESPN and who else? I mean, he'll get less and less fights. Kurt, thanks for a good job that you do. Benjamin, no problem, brother. Kurt, should Wilder retire at this point? If not, will a loss ruin his legacy? The man has 3 losses. So does AJ. AJ's on top of the world. I think people forget all it takes is that one hit. Bars! If Usyk beats Fury twice, does he retire at the end of the year? Also love the channel. Watch it every day. Chaz Wilkinson, appreciate you, brothers. AJ versus Ruiz 3. I don't think Ruiz deserves it. Everybody talks about this deserve shit. I don't think Andy deserves dick, bro. I don't think he deserves anything. How'd Jarrell Miller get a fight before Andy Ruiz? Let me say that again. How did Jarrell Miller get a fight before Andy Ruiz got one? Oh, they're trying to pay me bullshit money, the same amount of money I got paid to fight Luis Ortiz. They're trying to give me the same amount of money to fight Wilder. I'm a former champion unified, and he's the former WBC, and I need more money, please. AJ was trying to be too clever. Davison gave him a simple instruction. Yep. Knock him out. Ruiz hasn't done anything except overpriced himself. That's true. I want my Snickers. I want my carne asada. I want it all right now. Andy likes to price himself out. Ruiz wasn't invited to the Night of Champions. Case closed. Ruiz can bring. I thought he'd beat Parker. He didn't. He didn't have the stability. He didn't have the stamina. Wilder versus Ngannou, possibly. Maybe. That's bad for Wilder, though. That's a real bad sign. Because if he gets beat by Francis Ngannou, the first thing people are going to say is that Francis kicked Tyson Fury's ass and Deontay Wilder. I would like the Saudi to pay for Ruiz. Francis would eat Wilder. Wilder should fight Ergovic. That'd be a good fight. They could fight again. He used to spar back in the day. But these fights should happen. Let's see what happens. I'm about to jump off of here, finish my workout. You guys be blessed. Enjoy this Saturday. And everyone has been Counterpunched. Peace!